What's up, everybody on the Facebook? It's your man Felipe CalljouWrong. CalljouWrong, Holmes. CalljouWrong, man. I'm one of the runaway conservatives. You know what I'm saying? But I came here today because I seen something that was very concerning. It was really disturbing to me. It would seem like the people didn't understand what was going on in the Congress. When the little lady came up there and was telling you what was going on with Donald Trump and things like this. So I figured I would do these kind of demonstrations to show you the art of the deal making, CalljouWrong style. Why? Cause you wrong, Holmes. Cause you wrong. So let me tell you, because I had something similar happen to me, and so I recognized it immediately. I seen it. I said, I recognize it. Yes, I did. I did. I really did. So let me break it down to you like this. See, I was trying to become the head of the neighborhood association, and I wanted all the contracts with all the neighborhood associations. I wanted to be the one to do all the roofing and all the gardening. I wanted to be that one. But the problem is that I had to go get some more money. I had to have some more money. And so what I did is I went to my friend Fernando. He was at the top, right? We've been friends for a long time. He was the one that loaned me the money for the first thing that I was doing. I was cool with it. A lot of people thought I was very successful. But I was kind of hiding things, and I didn't want them to see the credibility of me hiding things. So, I had to hide those things so I could become the head of the neighborhood association. But I wanted to get all the roofing contracts. So I wanted to go to Fernando again, but I couldn't. Because if they knew that I was associating with Fernando, they won't elect me as the neighborhood association president. Right? So I went to my cousin Carlos. See, Carlos is Fernando's cousin, and he's my cousin. Yes, they are. We're both cousins, but he's from my third auntie removed from my uncle. Yes, Carlos. So I said, hey, Carlos. He said, what's up, Felipe? I said, man, why didn't you call me, man? You wrong, Holmes. And then he said, oh, man, I've just been busy, man. I said, well, forget all that, man. You owe me money. Just make sure you get it back to me. Because, so I said, Carlos, I need to be hooked up with our cousin Fernando. And they did ask Fernando for some more money so I can be the head of the neighborhood association. But I don't need nobody to know that I'm talking to Fernando. So I need you to do it. And Carlos said, hey, Holmes, I got you, right? And so what Carlos did is he called Fernando. And then Carlos, and the phone rings, and Fernando answered. And Carlos said, hey, Fernando. And Fernando said, hey, Carlos. And Carlos said, you remember me? He said, of course I remember you. You just spoke at our family reunion at a dinner. Of course I do. And then so Carlos was saying, Fernando, our man, I can't really say his name, but he needs some more money. And Fernando said, well, what do you need money for? He said, because he knows that you got all the connects, because he wants to be the head of the neighborhood association, and he wants to get all the roofing contracts and all the landscaping. And so Carlos said to Fernando that, and Fernando said, man, there's a lot of things that's going to need to be in place for him to be able to become the president. Will I be able to make some money off of this? And Carlos said, for sure, Holmes. He said, why would you ask that? Because you're wrong, Holmes. See, because we cousins, so, But anyway, so Carlos said to Fernando, Fernando said, what do you have in place to make sure that nobody knows it was me? And Carlos said, let me tell you something. I know the zoning board inspector. I know him. His name is Jake. Yeah, Jake is real cool. He's real cool, you know what I'm saying? And then so Jake, he knows the guy who does the inspecting. And his name is Sean. See, Sean, he's the one, he'll go say anything that Jake needs to have said. And so, Fernando said, man, it sounds like you got all your ducks in a row, man. We can get this money quacking. Quack, quack, ducking. Yes, we get this money quacking. And so Carlos said, cool, so that's a bet I can get that money? He said, man, if your boy becomes the head of the association so I know I'll get my stuff back. Got you, Holmes. And so Fernando got off the phone with Carlos, and then Carlos called me back and said, hey, Felipe, let me tell you something, man. Fernando's all in, man. Fernando's in, man. He said, he's got you, but you got to win first. And then so what I did, I said like this, hey, Carlos, how can we make sure we win, man? And Carlos said, man, you remember we went to school with the guy Jake? I said, yeah. He said, man, Jake is in, man. He's my homie, man. I said, oh, for real snap, man. Yeah, man, that's cool. He knew Jake. And I said, but man, we got to have somebody to respect and say the kind of things we need to have said. He said, man, if you get my boy Sean, man, he'll say anything you want him to say, man. It's like you got your hand up his butt like a puppet, man. He'll say anything you want. And I said, Bet, man. Oh, man, come on, man. You're right with that, man. Let's go. And then I ran, and I won the neighborhood association, and I got all the contracts. But what happened was, nobody didn't really believe Sean when he was saying what he was saying. And then guess what? They started investigating Jake. And then my man Carlos, I ain't talked to him in a minute. That's why I'm saying, hey, Carlos, man, call me, bruh. So that was the art of deal making. And so all I'm trying to say is this. Does that sound familiar? You should not want this in your country. I'm telling you, it'll end up bad for all of you. Because somebody's making deals with your money. And I wonder if he's talking to Fernando. I tell you, it'll be bad for you. Hey, that's the art of deal making, CalljouWrong style. Hey, I love you guys. Remember, Runaway Conservative. Follow me on Facebook. Yeah, Felipe called you wrong. Why? Because you wrong, Holmes. You wrong.